YouTube, thank you for joining me. Today is the 4/4 date, April 4th, 2022. I appreciate all of you guys for joining us in this community. If you guys are looking for any of our affiliate links, the merch, any of that, getting in contact with us, just head on over to zachrector.com. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Gary Gensler losing control. And then once again, we got some bullish charts that we're going to be talking about. XRP potentially ready to hit $12 to $13 by May or June. Right on time, folks. Let's get into it tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Let's run it up. All right, thank you so much for joining me here tonight. If you guys could smash that thumbs up as we get into this session. We got good news for the XRP army and for anyone who cares about cryptocurrency innovation in America. Let's get it. SEC Chair Gensler says his agency is considering how to split oversight of crypto exchanges between the SEC and the CFTC. Now, this is where this gets good. We have Brian Quintes, who was the former CFTC commissioner, chimes in with the laughs. He says, ha, 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 you know someone is starting to lose control of the narrative when they publicly call for coordination. Absolutely. This guy is completely getting exposed, him and everything they're doing at the SEC to pick the winners and losers, the Ethereum free pass that we've completely exposed. I see we already got another 5 spot from Stathis checking in. I appreciate the super chats tonight, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. We got another one from Timothy Harris with the 20 spot. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for all the support, guys. Let's keep it rolling. So Brian Quintes says, I agree. It's one thing to exercise statutory authority. It's another to manipulate statutory ambiguity and then hide behind deliberative process privilege to exert control and harm the very people an agency should protect. Remember, that's the mandate of the SEC, to protect investors. Are you feeling protected right now? What are your thoughts and feelings about Mr. Good Guy Gary Gensler right now, right? Not feeling so protected, and all we want is a level playing field. But this is incredible. This is admitting defeat. This is admitting the L. Take that L, Gary. It's fine. You and the Wall Street boys are still going to get paid. We already know that. It's all good, brother. Just give us our level playing field. Okay? So this is good. Now, once again, huge shout out to TAIG XRP on Twitter. This guy is making it easy for me doing my job over here because this guy is finding incredible documents on a daily basis. This one's coming from the European Parliament. Ripple XRP source in thread. So he gives us the sources when he shares us this information. As I tweeted today, I said the XRP community does the best research. We have been digging. We've exposed this whole thing from the SEC, from the partnerships at Ripple. We've tied this whole thing together. But this document in particular, now, okay, you guys are tired of hearing all the influencers pumping you up, dumping you, FUD, fear, we're going to the moon. And I'm not here for that either. I want the documents. I want the partnerships. I want real adoption. I want to change the world. Right here, this is what we have from the European Parliament. They say, unlike Ethereum's inventors, Ripple's inventors did not sell portions of XRP via a crowd sale upon XRP's creation to fund Ripple Labs. The company was privately funded, i.e., they didn't do an unregistered securities offering just like Ethereum did, right? And then they go on to say that Ripple is an open source P2P decentralized digital payment platform that allows for near instantaneous transfers of currency regardless of their form. E.g., examples of US dollar, yen, Bitcoin. Okay, so we know that the European Parliament, they were considering banning proof of work recently, right? We know where they stand on these issues. They're all about the carbon credits. They're all about the sustainability, Agenda 2030. They're all about these programs, right? Bitcoin does not fit in that model. Ethereum does not fit in that model. There's very few that do. It's one thing to be energy efficient. It's one thing to have instantaneous transactions. But it's another thing to have a company like Ripple that has gone to all the banks and the financial institutions to hold their hand. And that's what's critical. There's many other technologies similar to XRP where you can send instant payments at no cost. Where this gets exciting is we have the company Ripple here who's setting up XRP to be a world reserve currency that's as liquid as a G10 currency, ready to run serious portions of the internet of value. And we have the deals here. We have the government agencies. As we were reporting over the past few days, TAIG XRP is digging up these documents that come from the Government Accountability Office, the Department of Homeland Security, where they're calling XRP a bridge currency. And they're telling you, don't listen to me. Go listen to our own government tell you how XRP is going to be used instead of Bitcoin. That's essentially what they said in that document from the Homeland Security, from the Government Affairs Office. And every government agency has basically deemed XRP to be a currency besides the SEC. But now Gary's saying that he wants to work it out, coordinate how to do things properly with the CFTC. And to have a former CFTC chairman in Brian Quintes coming on here on the public forum and laughing at Gary Gensler. Now this goes to show you the fighting that's taking place right now. The corrupt corporation that was left in DC is dissolving. It's a house of cards that's falling apart on top of Gary and the rest of the gang, right? And we tie this thing together every day for you guys. But what I want you to understand is that our governments aren't stupid. Wall Street, the bankers, are not stupid. They might be slow, especially when it comes to this newer technology. They might be hesitant to adopt it because they don't want to give up power. But don't get it twisted here. They've already sat down at the table with Ripple. They've already done the deals. They're saying in these documents why XRP has the unique use case that makes it better than Bitcoin. You're hearing from Rosie Rios, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, explaining that the train has already left the station. XRP is one of few cryptos that actually has utility. So stop listening to the influencers. Go check out the government documents, right? It's all there for you guys. Huge shout out to the XRP army that continues to expose this thing on a daily basis, finding all those great documents for us. Now, one of the OG Crypto Bull XRP here on Twitter, one of the OG hype bullish maxis. He's got the name Crypto Bull, so he's always showing us a bullish chart, which I do appreciate. He says XRP to $12, $13 by May or June. So once again, we look at this chart, and it's the same story from all the TA guys. Let me just summarize this for you guys. XRP is about to melt faces. It's about to make the rest of the space look silly. Okay, we're primed to be one of the first cryptocurrencies, the first cryptocurrency with regulatory clarity from the SEC, from the CFTC, and as it's been acknowledged here, from basically every government agency. And now you're seeing across the pond there over in Europe, the adoption over there, as well as Ripple dominating in the APAC region. But the charts are telling us that XRP is primed for a move, and the charts take us, guys, to that double-digit price. I'm seeing it from everyone, and that's where I get confused on. I see some influencers, some TA guys, who can't seem to find on their chart where XRP even breaks $3. And I'm just like, what are you looking at that we're not seeing? I understand that we're bullish, that we have a bias as XRP holders. But the TA, the technical analysis, everyone is showing us the same thing besides the haters. So, that's why you got to be careful who you listen to these days. Continuing on, let's go to the world stage. U.S. National Security Advisor Sullivan. The conflict could go months rather than weeks. So I want you guys to be prepared. I understand that things are looking good. We have peace talks potentially happening between Russia and Ukraine, but they are warning that this could last longer. And I'm here to tell you today that even if the military conflicts wind down, which God willing they do, thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected, hopefully this thing does start to wind down, but the currency war is still underway, and it's just getting started. And the resource war, the commodity war, the supply chain crisis is just getting started as well. So even though the militaries could call a truce and we could stop the conflicts over there in Ukraine, The currency war is still underway, and we're not just fighting Russia, we're fighting all of the BRICS nations, we're fighting the rest of the world that is done with the US dollar. And even the people here in America, like you guys tuned into this show tonight, you guys are done with this system. You guys understand the inflation, the destruction of this falling empire that's taking place, that we are living through. I just dropped a video on how to prepare for a recession. Whiteboard session. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you guys go check it out after this live stream is over. Continuing on. With the US Mint seeing its strongest gold demand in 23 years, it is interesting to note that in 2000 we saw the start of an explosive run in gold. Gold surged 640% between 2000 and 2011. Just a bit of history. So compared to the cryptocurrency market, obviously 600% over 11 years is a joke to us in the cryptocurrency market. However, what we have to understand is that when we have tens of thousands of tons of gold being held by the central banks of Russia, China, and many other countries, all of the BRICS nations, India, Brazil, when we start to see gains like this, right, this is where the power shifts from the United States, from the West, from those who don't have the gold to those who do. Now, we're going to see if we do end up having gold here in America, because we're starting to see a run, as we see right here. Gold demand reaching the highest level in 23 years. So people are heading out, they're trying to get their gold out of the vaults. There's a strong demand for gold right now because people understand that the dollar is on its last leg here. Continuing on, Egypt, see, and this is where this thing goes everywhere. We're talking about stocking up on essentials. I just put the video that I just dropped, how to prepare for a recession. The last point was essentials. And I stated that you need to stock up now before the price shock, the shortages, and potentially they could start rationing food. Now that sounds like a stretch here in America, where we're fat and happy and we're living good. But it's already started in other places across the world, the rationing. It's already hit other countries. Sri Lanka doesn't have enough cash to buy oil, to buy gas. And other countries, we've already seen countries in Africa are starting to ration food as we speak. And you guys think, oh, it can't happen here. Not in my country. Oh, it's coming. And I hope you guys have a plan. Coming out of Egypt, they are reporting that they have strategic wheat reserves sufficient for about 2 months. Not even 3 months worth. This is coming from the cabinet spokesman. So remember, a lot of wheat coming out of Russia, Ukraine area, right? So this is getting held up. The supply chain crisis is getting worse. Let me continue on here. In normal times, there are 100 ships waiting to load or discharge at the Shanghai port. It's now 300. So we have tens of millions of people that are on lockdown right now in Shanghai because what's going on over there. Currently 300 ships waiting in that port. Folks, the supply chain crisis is going to get worse. You need to be prepared for this right now. Continuing on, Gold Telegraph says oil surging. The world's largest crude oil exporter, Saudi Arabia, raised oil prices to record premiums today. So Saudi Arabia's raising oil. We reported last night, Germany raising food prices like 20 to 30% overnight. It's coming. It's coming, and I hope you guys have a plan. Gold Telegraph reporting U.S. coal prices have topped $100 per ton for the first time in 13 years. When the United States coal miners said they were entirely sold out for 2022 in October of 2021, that was the signal. So this is my first time really hearing about the coal story, but apparently we're running out of coal as well. So it's just across the board, the shortages, the supply chain crisis, still not reaching a peak. It's only getting worse. Now we have good news coming out of UK today as far as them accepting stablecoins as legal tender. But the UK's Finance Minister Sunak says, "It is my ambition to make the UK a global hub for crypto asset technology." So while the rest of the world, while the rest of Europe, while Asia continues ahead, the United States, Gary, is just now starting to say that we need to coordinate with the CFTC. It's an absolute joke, but it is very good to see the rest of the world moving forward. Excuse me. Continuing on, guys, it's really good to see they're starting to report now that all of the G7 nations, all of the G20, that they all need to have similar regulations and laws for cryptocurrency. So, in my opinion, the United States is just lagging. They didn't want to relinquish control. They're holding the US dollar reserve currency status, which is getting lost, partially because of Bitcoin, but mostly because of the world stage events, them weaponizing the dollar, and the rest of the world ditching the dollar, ditching our bonds, and cutting us out of trade deals, no longer doing trade with the US dollars. So in regards to cryptocurrency regulations, I believe that that's why the US has been stalling, is because we have the most at stake with the US dollar reserve currency status. But at this point in time, we know that the show is coming to an end here for the US dollar. And so we need to understand how that implicates us here in America. If you're tuning in across the world, you guys are already feeling it. The good thing about you guys in other countries is you guys are forced to just rip the Band-Aid off. I gave the example of Russia. Their stock market crashed, the ruble tanked. They just ripped the Band-Aid off, but now they're holding records amounts of gold. They haven't had to sell any of their gold. And now they're being able to determine who they sell their resources to based off if they're friendly, if they're not friendly. And if you're not friendly, well, you're still going to have to pay us in rubles, gold, or Bitcoin. So they're getting to do the deals on their terms because they got the gold, they got the resources, they got the gas. And so what you're starting to see now is the shift of power. This transition to a new financial system is underway. The hope that we have here is that we are going to get a level playing field. We've abused our status of the reserve currency here in America as we spread our empire across the world. And in today's empire of America, we didn't conquer these lands and claim them as ours and try to take control. We basically just wanted to be the police state of the world. We wanted to suck out the natural resources. We didn't care about the people or taking over that country, really. We just came to strip the resources, strip the wealth, and make sure that they were forced onto the petrodollar status, petrodollar system. Sorry. But that time is up. I hope you guys have a plan here. Let's get a quick price check before we continuing on. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate all of you guys. As I stated recently here, guys, I'm checking the prices maybe once a day. If we catch this pump, we're prepared to exit. We have our exit strategy set for all of our cryptocurrencies. If you haven't seen my most recent video that I just dropped before this live stream, go check it out. It's called How to Prepare for a Recession. Okay. Markets are looking good. XRP holding at 82 cents. Bitcoin holding at 46.5 and Ethereum at 3,500. So same prices as yesterday. This is looking good. Let's take a few questions. What are you guys working with? I'm excited about shortages. No, I don't know where you got that from. I'm not excited about shortages. I'm telling people to prepare. I'm excited about getting this message out because you need to take action so you have a chance at surviving. Yeah, I get excited about that. I do get excited about opportunities to take care of my family, to build generational wealth, to help the average person. So, I mean, I do get excited, but it's not that I want to see anyone struggle. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone across the world that are being affected by these conflicts in Russia, Ukraine, that are being affected by their sold out governments, just like we got a sold out government. These people across the world are struggling and feeling the pain as well because their government sold them out as well. The only difference is here in America, we've been able to stay fat and happy because we have the reserve currency status, and we force that status through the end of the barrel of a gun. Unfortunately, the rest of the world feeling the pain. As the empire spreads thin across the world, our time is up. The gig is up for the US dollar, and we're starting to see the rest of the world ditch the US dollar, ditch the US financial system, ditch the SWIFT payment network. So, yeah, I do get excited about that. Zilliqa thoughts, it's doing its thing. It's basically back up to where I had previously bought it, so that's good. But I don't get excited about proof of work. I don't like that it's proof of work for Zilliqa. Excited for the opportunity that will be birthed out of these hard times. Yeah, from chaos comes order. From pain comes gain. Yeah, I'm excited about this. But like I always say, real people are going to be affected by these world stage events. We can't get where we're going until we get through this. Absolutely, Jay. Good call. You think shortages so people will pull out of crypto? Yeah. Yeah, I think that you're going to see people are going to start to sell off their stocks, their cryptocurrencies, because they're going to feel the pain. They're going to feel the pinch. Yeah. And it's going to slow down the new money coming into the space, at least from the retail end. If you have 40,000 and no idea how to crypto, where do you put it? Seriously, join my Discord. Links in bio. Head on over to zachrector.com. Parabolic said $2 top XRP. Why are you still listening to that guy? That guy hasn't called anything right in the market over the last 3 months. He has not called a single thing right. Why are you listening to him? How do I start my business? I'm ready for it now. That's a whole other topic about starting businesses. If you want to get caught up to speed, you can join our exclusive Discord community. We can help you with everything from getting set up in cryptocurrency, business strategies, real estate strategies. I give it all away here for free. But if you do join our Discord, then you're part of a community that can help you, lift you up, hold your hand as you get set up with cryptocurrency, as you get started with your business. Right now, this month, we got 2 classes coming up for prepping, and we got another class coming up on real estate as well. The person teaching the real estate class is a former Rich Dad, Poor Dad coach. Used to teach for Robert Kiyosaki. Do I have a time frame for the series of events? They're underway, guys. All of the events that are playing out right now are the ones that we've been warning about over the last year. So it's here. Someone just said the XRP will go to crash at 51 cents. I don't even worry about daily price movements. I don't even check the charts. I just don't even care. I had the opportunity to hit a new milestone in my XRP bag the other day. I bought it, didn't care what the price was, threw my money, hit the milestone. We sit back and we know what we hold. It's all good. Don't care about short-term price movements. Now, if you're worried about accumulating, you want to get more bang for your buck, I get it. Dollar cost average. It's very simple. Don't overthink this. It's very simple. Dollar cost average. If you have a chunk of change, if you have 10 grand, maybe invest 1/3 of it now, save 2/3 of it for the bear market. Just throwing that out there, not financial advice. Maybe consider not investing all of your money right now when we don't know if we're going to get an all-season run and we have a recession on our doorsteps. Basically, we've already stepped in the door. You know about capital gains tax on gold and silver? I pay, yeah. Pay your taxes. That's all I got to say. Get an accountant on your team. Uphold suspended my account. That's unfortunate. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Don't spend what you have to invest. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but a lot of people are overinvested right now. All right, guys, like I did say that this had to be a quick session, so I do apologize. I got to run to another meeting. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. If you guys could smash that thumbs up for me before you head on out, YouTube, I appreciate all of you guys so much. All of our links, affiliates, the Discord group, head on over to zachrector.com if you want to get in touch. It's all over there. If you're listening in on Spotify, if you're listening to the podcast on any of the various podcast platforms, if you guys could leave us a 5-star review, greatly appreciate that. We'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Take care. God bless. Beth, appreciate you. Yes. I know someone's trying to beat me. I have dozens of people impersonating me, scammers. I will never DM you. I will never use WhatsApp ever. My name is always spelt the same, Zach Rector, right? Yeah, it's very easy to tell that these are fakes and frauds if you take 1 second to look closely. Yeah, and I cannot block them. Every time I log into YouTube to read your guys' comments, every time I log into TikTok to read your guys' comments, my notifications are flooded with scammers and bots. It would be a full-time job to be able to block these guys, and I still wouldn't get to all of them. So I do apologize. It's unfortunate. I'm really annoyed with TikTok actually because of it. I'm really getting sick of TikTok and the scammers out there. It's really ridiculous. And now they're on YouTube pretty heavy too as well, actually. So it's really unfortunate. But anyways, I do apologize. I won't DM you. And if I do, it'll be very, very clear. My username is the same on every platform. Very simple. So anyways, be careful out there, guys. A lot of scammers, a lot of people that want your money. I will never ask you for your money. 99.9% chance I will never DM you. So with that being said, if you do want to reach out to me, head on over to zachrichter.com and you can get in touch with me over there. You can leave me a voice message on Anchor. Head on over to zachrichter.com, go to Anchor, and you can actually leave me a voice message and I can answer your question that way. Anyways, I appreciate all of you guys. We will see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless. YouTube. Smash that thumbs up for me on the way out, or hit me with the thumbs down if you're a hater. We love you guys too. Take care. God bless. The Joe Rogan deal. Spotify, yeah, dude. Appreciate you today. We'll see you.